it's bad. The other side doesn't do anything. It's tight. But this side, it just got the slightest little, and that was the issue the whole time. Freaking A. Welcome back to Fixed Dish, everybody. I'm not going to bore you with the full intro. We're going to get right to the live action. Let's get this thing up on the jack stand so we can start replacing this right-hand CV shaft. If you watched my summary video, you know all the things I went through to try to fix this vibration. What ultimately ended up fixing it was the front right CV, but I wanted to give you the long end version in case you need to replace yours as well. Hopefully you guys can see well. This is only the Gen 2 Milwaukee, but I'm on the 5.0 battery, the high output. Right here, we're just removing the 2 caliper bolts. Just taking it like this, securing this up and out of the way. Okay. And we'll break this loose here. This is a Milwaukee Gen 3. I have a forged battery, but I'm just using the 6.0 HOs right now. We gotta take the steering arm off. That's 15 mil. We're going to take this lower ball joint part out, and that's 15 mil on one side, I believe. Yep. And 17 on the other side, 16, 18 it seems like. Okay, 125,000 miles. This thing actually comes apart pretty easy, which I really like. And then the little trick I do to help get the ball joint loose is I try to spread out the this little guy. I'll just kind of smack it open here. Okay, got that spread out there. Let's not forget the ball joint for the steering. I just kind of, I get the nut up high enough to where when I smack it, so that's loose now. I have to lift back up to get tension like that, but I can take it back off. Nothing's overly damaged. Just like that. Now that's down and out of the way. Now realistically, the last thing we have to do before we take this out is we do have to hit this out. Let's see if I can do it by hand real quick. If not, I'll get the air hammer. Not a big deal. The repair overall on this wasn't that bad, but finding what the vibration was actually the more difficult part. Hopefully this video finds you before you have to go hunt down your vibration. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and throw some comments down below. Hopefully this finds you before you need to find it. Okay, we're happy with that. That we're moving. Now we got to get the lower A-arm off for this, but a C-clamp does really well. And if you remember right, I spread out that lower part of the ball joint with that little chisel piece. So here I have my C-clamp going across the lower part of the A-arm, and then there's that chisel piece that's spreading out the part for the ball joint. And then I take my pry bar and I will just like that. Now this is mostly out of the way. I still have to get the rest of the CV out. Like, I don't need that now. Got the CV out of the way. And all that can just kind of hang out to the side. So that part is done. Now I've got back where the CV's held on. And we'll use the new one as an example. This part of the bearing is still held on. I got to get that off. Okay, let's see if I can get up in here on this thing. With the impact, that'd be nice. And I don't think I'm going to be able to. Maybe on the upper one? Well, I got the upper one. Can we get the lower? Right now I can't even see what I'm doing. I didn't bring my electric ratchet in, so just how it goes sometimes. Depending on how you're set up here, you may lose a little bit of fluid out of your PTU, maybe even the transmission into the PTU. You'll want to change your fluids when you're done. If you'd like some help with this, check out the video listed above. I just used a little bit of pry bar action. Let's see if I can use a little bit of pry bar action, pry it out right there. Okay, there we go. This shaft is out. No apparent damage. There's a little bit of movement there. I swear to you, I hope this is the whole problem. I really do. Here's a look inside here. This is a Motorcraft part, CV61 3B 436-JG. Let's go ahead and slide that sucker in there. Okay. And then we're going to replace this part with a new one. And this part is YS4Z3 Nancy 324-AA. That's the Ford OEM number. I'm gonna go ahead and slip the CV back in. So we're gonna pull this down as far as we can. We're gonna slip that back in where it goes. And then I usually take this and I'll start kind of sucking it back in. All right, I had to get my own way to get that ball joint back in. And then I totally forgot to start recording, but all I did was torque down this part right here. So now we're gonna go ahead and get the steering joint back on, and then we're gonna get our bearing for the mid or carrier bearing put in. There we go. You can see I got that new support piece put in. Put that on there. That's all back in. Sure, get this rotated down the correct direction. Pads look good. As you can see, not super hard, normal hand tools. You can get this done. A couple power tools makes it easier. If you're not a career mechanic, be sure to hand thread on, and don't do what I did, because you'll strip them. Alrighty, out of the healing house we go. Alrighty, let's see how lucky we get today. I'm hopeful, but I'm not counting on it. Let's find out. Alright everybody, going 38, 39. About ready to start getting up to speed here. $55, $58, $60. And holy shit, I think it's fixed, everybody. I can't believe it. Fixed. Okay, well, that was uber frustrating, but it looks like we have fixed this finally. Well, everybody, hope you enjoyed that little bit, but got our vibration figured out. Seemed like it was the left side. It's the right side. As you can see with that CV shaft, it's It's more than enough. It's kind of like it maybe has one bad side, like we're just. But anyways, got this done, and we're back to 2 daily drivers working again. Got the 6.0 fixed. Check out those videos if you want to see what happened there. And now we got the escape fixed again. So we're back on the road, 125,000 miles. Hopefully we don't have anything else wrong for the next 5 years. Anyways, we'll see you guys next time on Fix-ish.